Hi, I'm Virginia from Right Clinic, and here with me today is Carmen and Rebecca, and they are medical writers who founded Medhionine, or in Spanish, Medhionina. It's a Spanish-based medical writing company and medical communications company. And today we're going to ask them some questions about how they got started as medical writers and what they do now, and also what they wish they knew, with some top tips, and then find out what's next on the horizon for them towards the end. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks.
Thank you, Virginia. Thank you for the opportunity. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's a pleasure. So we spend a lot of time on LinkedIn, kind of seeing each other's posts and in the group.
Finally to meet them.
Yeah. So I mean, this is as close as it's going to get, unless I go to Spain or you come to Germany, right? So. All right, so let's start with Carmen. What do you do and how did you get into it and how long have you been doing it for?
Well, we have been in medical writing for 1 year, like a little bit more than 1 year. And everything started in the laboratory because I was working in the NHS as a biomedical scientist, and that's where I met Rebecca, my business partner and partner in crime. And well, in the lab, we felt overwhelmed with all, to keep up to date, with all the latest medical information, especially during the pandemic. The information was changing by the minute, and it was very intense. And well, we realized with these things the importance of medical communications, and we decided to hang up the lab coats and started Medhionine. And well, regarding, did you ask me what do I do or what in Medhionine? Yeah. Well, in a small agency, you need to do a different variety of tasks. So I am a medical copywriter, but as well in a small agency, I have to be involved in the business strategy, like the lead generation and negotiation tactics. And well, we often do a lot of different things, in a company that is starting in the market. What do you think, Rebecca?
So yes, well, we started in the lab. I'm biomedical scientist too. I have worked in a different fields in science, but then I decided to move to UK and I got my ACPC registration. And then there in the lab, I had a very good experience. But one of the best was meeting my colleague Carmen. And we decided to move on and start our career in medical communication. And I think one of the steps that was crucial is that we got into a program in a business accelerator program. So they help us a lot in different fields that we didn't have enough knowledge, for example, marketing, sales, or business strategy. So that is how Medhionine starts. And as about roles, as Carmen says, flexibility is very, very important because we are in a small agency and we have to deal with different tasks. For example, when a project came out, I have to deal with the client, with different specialists, and I have to gather feedback and adjust the documents to meet the client requirement. And also I have to manage the task with the team. So that it is new for me, honestly, because my specific role is being a copywriter, but I have to do other things.
Amazing. So you both do a bit of business management and also project management. And so that you kind of went into the deep end of medical writing with your own little agency, which is great. And I love that. I love the growth and the ambition and the visual of hanging up your lab coats and kind of doing something different to contribute to medical information and medical communication. So well done for everything that you've achieved so far. And you've just been growing so quickly on LinkedIn. From what I've seen, you've been very noisy in your marketing and your strategy, which is great. And I really like your kind of your branding, because it's very colorful, it's very friendly, and it's very approachable, which is always wonderful, especially if you're in a healthcare based kind of business. So what do you know now that you wish you knew earlier about business, and do you have any top tips for people who want to start doing medical writing and maybe set up their own agency? Let's start again with Carmen.
Well, we have learned a lot of things actually in the last year. It has been a roller coaster of knowledge. One of the main things that we have learned is the importance of social media and digital content in medical writing. At the beginning, we didn't know how important was this. Like, it's the natural development of medical writing, no? Or scientific communications. And also networking as well. We didn't know the importance of networking at the beginning. So what we are doing now, and in the last year, we have been meeting a lot of medical writers face to face and online as well. And we found that it was very rewarding to share experiences and learn from each other. And yeah, well, I think in regarding the social media and the blog content, you have been quite an inspiration as well, because you are quite focused. You are quite focused on that field. And for new medical writers, yeah, I would say the importance of mentorships and resources from AMWA and MWA. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Rebecca?
Yeah, looking back, I wish someone explained to us how many different positions are about medical writing. So I think for new starters, it's good to know platforms like Write Clinic or other organization that explains to you how broad is the field, because you can work in regulatory or in a medcoms, in digital content, and also in journals. So there are a lot of positions.
Amazing. So thank you so much for mentioning that we helped to inspire you. So that's really nice of you to say. Thank you so much. And so I'm also very noisy on social media as well. Especially with my videos with the music and sometimes questionable music sources. But I think social media is a great place to experiment as well, because it's you get that feedback from your audience, and they're also interested in what you're doing, and you give them some ideas. So I'm very pro trying things out, and even if you post something and gets 2 likes, that's still better than 0. So it's an achievement. So what does a typical day look like for you, Carmen?
Oh, well, that's a complicated question. That's a difficult one. We write blogs and digital content for clients, do literature research. Sometimes we are projects like for content for a master degree in genomic medicine, for example, which is not the typical medical writing job. But yeah, as I said earlier, we also spend a lot of time managing the business. So I have to explore what the possible leads that we might have, and to make sure that we are targeting the audience that we want to target, among other things, and problems. Problems that come every day.
That's true. Every day we have something different to deal. So a lot of things that are not expected, but we like and we enjoy it.
That's really great. I think I would imagine your day quite similar, Rebecca? Do you do some writing as well as some business management as well?
Yes, well, we are quite organized. So Carmen is very focused in sales, and I'm focused in dealing with the clients, but also we have to work in our copywriting contents. And also we collaborate with other specialists, because sometimes we receive some topics that we are not feeling of confidence. So we collaborate with other persons. And so, yeah, that's mostly our day.
Amazing. So then I think I've got a question that maybe the audience is thinking right now, which is, how big is your team? Or that in an agency model, you kind of have the core team, which is you two, and then you say you reach out to specialists and clients. So do you work with other writers when you have a bigger project? Do you work with more people? And how do you organize that? How big is your team right now, and are you looking to grow, or are you quite comfortable where you are now?
Should I answer that question? It's because I don't want to step into each other. Yeah, we are 5 at the moment, and there is a new medical writer who joined us recently. And also we have the designer and illustrator who help us to make medical information more attractive and beautiful. And there is a software engineer as well who help us to do all the well, more the automation and the scalability of our business. Is there
Great.
something that I am missing?
No. I was also, I guess, one question to Rebecca would be, how do you find your specialists? Where do you go to look for them?
Well, and in these platforms, in social media, there are a lot of specialization in there and in linking. So yeah, we contact them and we try to find the specific topic for the specific specialist. So that's quite challenging too, because sometimes we don't find the right person. But yeah, that's how we do.
Yeah, we do networking sessions, and well, we take notes, no, for what this person do, or like what are the main tasks they are specialized on it, and we take notes, and we have like a database. So when we have a project, we yeah, we take these notes.
Amazing. That's really good to know, because I think some people, when they think about networking, they are just looking for work. But actually, it's good to just know people who might be specialists in certain subjects that you might actually want to, consult them. So if they can't give you a job, but maybe they can help you with a job in future. So that's quite a fresh perspective. I think it's something that not a lot of people talk about. So thank you for sharing that. So I suppose the last question is, what's next on the horizon for you in terms of what are your goals? Are you looking for anyone in particular right now that you want to talk to our audience about, or any opportunities for them? And what is your long-term plan for the business? And are you working from home? Are you doing all of this remotely? Or is there a view to have an office somewhere, maybe in Spain or the UK? What's kind of your big vision? Let's start with Carmen again.
Yeah, we work remotely. We are actually all in different parts of Spain and the UK as well. And I would say that our main goal is to amplify the understanding of medical writing in Spanish speaking countries. We have seen that medical communications agencies or medical writing agencies are rare in Spain. And there are medical writers in Spain, it's true, but most of them are freelancers and focus on publications or regulatory writing, and they are not very visible because they are freelancers. They don't have the support of an agency. So yeah, I think that's the main goal. No, Rebecca?
Yes, exactly. We want to gain visibility in medical writing, especially because we want to contact with different professionals, and then they can join us and we can learn each other, because everyone has different experience. And I think it's good for the business and obviously for the growth.
Amazing. I think that's such an amazing goal, because I think a lot of people want to get into medical writing, especially from different countries. And it's interesting that you say there's not much visibility for people who are in Spain and they, are very talented in writing Spanish and maybe English and maybe other languages, because I know there are lots of sister languages like Portuguese or other dialects of Spanish, like Mexican Spanish, for example, which is something that is really popular in America, so that can help you to break into the American or South American market as well. So there's lots of advantages, of course, to having or being able to have a team that can speak multiple languages, especially a dialect like Spanish, which is more popular than you think. So I think people always think in English all the time, but I think that there's a divide between the English medical knowledge that we have, and then that being translated and communicated with people who would have English as a second language. And so So thank you for all the work that you do. I'm sure everything will go from strength to strength, and it's been really interesting and insightful and eye-opening to learn more about what you do. And I'll continue to support you. I know that you post in the medical writing group, and you have your own social media posts as well. And it's also lovely to hear that you've got such a variety of people in your team. So you've got a designer and other people who work in the different logistics of the business. So well done for building something just in a short time. So there you go, in just a year. So I'm sure that's very inspiring for the audience. And thank you again for being here today. And I hope the audience, if you're watching or listening to this, that you've enjoyed this episode. And if you want to contact Carmen or Rebecca or learn more about what Medhionine does, then I will put all of those links into the description down below as usual. And thank you for joining us today for this episode. See you at the next one.
Thank you, Virginia.
Bye, Virginia.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Nice to meet you. Bye.